Hey, paisanos! I'm going to take a little bit of time to update everybody on the cartoon I've been working on, Coal Republic, for over 5 years now. And I knew from the beginning it was going to be a daunting task to do all of that because I'm single handedly animating an entire movie. But I think I'm going to be able to finish it in pretty quick order now because from the beginning, the aesthetics, I always wanted to have a lot of collage elements. I wanted like newsreel footage and collage, like old magazines and old that sort of thing in the backgrounds, and then juxtapose that with the animation over it. So I always wanted the different textures and layers and stuff in the actual film. And so lately I've been looking at a lot of different options for royalty free media, and that's the issue with using newsreel footage and that sort of thing. Is you have to make sure everything you're using is you either have permission or it's public domain. And so I found a great collection of public domain material that suits my purposes perfectly. So that's accelerated a lot of the project, and I think I've got a little bit more clarity on exactly how I want to edit the film, which has been the issue. I've been putting together the sequences slowly. I haven't worked on it really much for a couple of months because I was taking a break. I was just wore out with doing it. But I think I have a lot more clarity now as to how I want to edit the film. And so it should come together pretty quickly now. There's still a couple of sequences that I have to scan in things and animate on, but for the most part, 70% of that's done. So I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the summer. Of course, I've said that the last 3 summers, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm really kind of optimistic about where that's getting. And also this summer, I'm doing the rabbit film. But that's delayed right now because of the coronavirus. So I don't know when we'll start filming that, and I'm not particularly stressed about it. I've had plenty of other things I've published at Children's Book. I've got another children's book I'm working on, and I'm working on some of the cartoon editing. I did the intro, working on getting a score for that, which is pretty great. And that's something else I've been working on is getting music for the film, like things that I would want. And it's definitely going to be a little bit more on the experimental side, but that's what I always wanted from the beginning. It's a narrative, so it's still a narrative film for the most part, but there's a lot of experimental sequences and that sort of thing, and it's just different from the beginning. That's always what I wanted. I wanted something that was different aesthetically than other things that you see right now. Everything for the most part now is digital. The stuff that's not, the aesthetic is the same. There's a lot of sameness. And so the interest for me was always in making something that was more my aesthetic, but also something that was aesthetically different than other things that are out there right now. There are, of course, works I think that have a similar aesthetic to them. I'm a big Ralph Bakshi fan. It's not really been a mystery that I've really been inspired by Ralph Bakshi's films. Like Wizards is a big one, and that's really the main of the Lord of the Rings, cartoon. So those sorts of things, and Wizards in particular really interests me because it doesn't follow the same aesthetic the entire film, which was something that I was interested in too. It kind of varies things. And then Last Days of Coney Island, which is his last animated film that he's done, and you can actually find it for free on YouTube, and it shows really what you can do with a lot of the technology now. It's funny to me because he brags about doing the film for under like $200,000, and it's like, well, that'd be nice, but I don't know. So anyway, that's where we're at on that film. Playing with it, we'll eventually get more kind of done on it. Not in a huge hurry. That's the great thing right now with everything that's going on is it's allowed me to slow down and think about things a little bit more and play with things more than I normally get to. And really, I think most artists thrive in an environment where there's a lot of time to think and a lot of play. And so both of those have been in a higher abundance than they normally are. So it's really been nice to kind of have some clarity on what I'm going to do with the film and to be able to kind of work on that in a meaningful way and not feel worn out by it. So anyway, that's my vlog for today. I hadn't done a vlog in a while because, well, I've kind of been busy and haven't felt like it, so just haven't done one. But there's a little bit of an update. Hope you enjoy. Toodles.